Light Comes to Shadow Mountain by Tony Bazzeo is about a girl named Cora and her family experiencing the excitement of electricity, coming to their Appalachian home for the first time. We'll explore the science behind electricity and how it transformed communities like Cora's, making life easier and brighter. Living without electricity means experiencing true darkness at night. No lights, no TV, and no way to charge devices. This reality, once common in many communities, highlights how transformative electricity has been in shaping modern life. Did you know that before electricity, people used candles and oil lamps to see at night, even for homework? Imagine doing your science by candlelight. When electricity came, life in the Appalachian Mountains became so much easier and brighter. The Rural Electrification Administration, REA, was a New Deal program started by President Franklin Roosevelt in 1935 to 1936. Its goal was to bring electricity to rural areas that private companies didn't serve. This program helped transform daily life by making chores easier, improving education, and connecting communities with modern technology. Before electricity, making fire was super important. It was like having a magical tool for survival. People used fire to stay warm in the winter, cook yummy meals, and light up the dark nights since there were no electric lights. It was even used for signaling, like sending smoke signals to communicate over long distances. Imagine having to build a fire just to see your bedtime story. What a different world! Fire is a special chemical reaction called combustion. It happens when something burns by mixing with oxygen and getting really hot. This creates heat, light, and flames, just like a campfire or a candle. Cora and her family relied on kerosene lamps for light, but they weren't the best option. These lamps had a strong, unpleasant smell and could be dangerous if knocked over. They didn't give off much light and even released harmful smoke and gases into the air. Some people in Cora's community, like her mom, were unsure about electricity. Change can be scary, especially when you don't know what something is, and they had never even heard of electricity before. Before modern stores, families made their own soap from animal fat and lye. It was a tricky process that took a lot of care. Lye is a strong chemical that can burn your skin, so it had to be handled carefully. If the ingredients were mixed wrong, it could cause dangerous reactions, making soap making both hard and risky. Did you know people used to make soap from the ashes left after a fire? They mixed the ashes with animal fat and lye to create soap. One day, Clint, Cora's brother, wasn't careful and got burned while playing around while their mom was making soap. Today, we have ointments and creams to help heal burn wounds, but back then, Cora's mom had to be creative when it came to treating Clint's burn. Without modern medicine, she would have used natural remedies or whatever she had available, like herbs or homemade salves, to help soothe the pain and prevent infection. Cora's mom used some cool water to stop the chemical burn, homemade herbal salve to protect the skin and prevent infection, and wrapped the wound with a clean cloth to help it heal and keep bacteria out. Even though Clint still got an infection, he was super lucky. He got to go to the hospital for extra treatment, and thanks to Cora's mom's special care, the infection didn't turn into something really dangerous. Back in the Appalachian Mountains, not everyone had a hospital nearby, so Clint was one of the lucky ones. Have you ever wondered how electricity gets to our homes? Cora sure did. She was curious about how it all worked and dreamed of the day her house would finally have bright electric lights. Electricity travels through wires from power plants to homes, kind of like how water flows through pipes. Before that, Cora's family had to use dim, smelly kerosene lamps. But she couldn't wait for the magic of flipping a switch and lighting up a room instantly. Electricity changed everything for Cora's family. Their home was bright, warm, and full of fresh food. Radios and appliances made life easier and way more fun. Cora could finally read at night without hurting her eyes, and her family could cook on an electric stove instead of a smoky wood fire. Best of all, the whole neighborhood shared their excitement and helped each other learn how to use their new electric-powered gadgets. Light Comes to Shadow Mountain is an exciting story about resilience, curiosity, and the power of knowledge. Electricity totally changed Cora's life. But here's the coolest part. What will be the next big discovery that changes our world? Maybe flying cars, robots that do homework, or even cities in space. The future is full of possibilities, just like Cora's world was when electricity arrived.